Fortnite Battle Royale Season 9 is officially here and underway, and good grief does it feel like a whole different game with the additions of Neo Tilted, Mega Mall, and the Slipstreams. And by the way, does the lack of alliteration in Neo Tilted bother anyone else? Nope, just me? Okay. Anyways, with Season 9 now underway, I think it is safe to say that right off the bat, Season 9 is definitely one of the wildest and most unique seasons yet. With that, today we're going to be breaking down Fortnite from start to present day and dissect the evolution of the game all the way from Season 1 all through Season 9 leading up to Season 10. What's up guys, and welcome back to the Simply Fortnite channel, and thanks for stopping by. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on, and if you enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a like on it as it would be much appreciated. And now without further ado, let's take a look at the evolution of Fortnite Battle Royale. Of course, we gotta start way back in Season 1, which went live back on October 25th of 2017 and came to a conclusion on December 13th of 2017. Season 1 was unlike any other Fortnite Battle Royale season in history as, well, it was the beginning, but it was also like the testing grounds, if you will, in which Epic Games was literally testing the waters with various elements of their game, including the map, the quote-unquote battle pass, and the shop, to name just a few things. Now, the map, for instance, was about as basic as it gets. It only had 13 named points of interest, highlighted by areas like Pleasant Park, Retail Row, and Salty Springs. And the entire island was one solid grass biome. There was none of this puzzle piece-like biome transferring that we have today. Season 1 also did not really have a battle pass either. I mean, it kinda did, but it also kinda didn't. It was more so a battle pass combined with the shop, in the sense that we did have tiers to progress through, but they didn't actually automatically give you items once you reached any given tier. Instead, after surpassing a tier with an item in it, you got the option to then purchase said item through V-Bucks. Some of these tier-based items included the Aerial Assault Trooper skin, the Renegade Raider skin, and the Raider's Revenge harvesting tool. As we move on though, we then reach Season 2, which started on December 14th of 2017 and came to a close on February 21st of 2018. Season 2 was where we saw our first ever official battle pass and also our first ever significant map expansion as well, making it a very proactive season in general. Our first ever battle pass was very regal in the sense that it featured the Fortnite set, comprised of skins like the Blue Squire, the Royal Knight, and of course the notorious Black Knight. As far as the map goes, this is of course where most people consider the map to have changed for the better, as we got Tilted Towers, Shifty Shafts, Junk Junction, Snobby Shores, Haunted Hills, and eventually Lucky Landing all added in. And that exact map is what many players consider to be the best version of the Fortnite map in all of Battle Royale history. Jumping into Season 3, here we saw a pretty significant update to the Battle Pass, and also our first taste of live in-game events and map progression further towards the end of the season. Our Battle Pass this time around featured 100 new tiers instead of just 70 like back in Season 2, and we also got Battle Pass challenges for the first time ever, which introduced a fresh set of challenges all season long in weekly intervals, allowing players to gain additional XP for their overall level or increase the speed in which they progressed through the Battle Pass. Near the end of Season 3, players also began to notice a mysterious glowing object in the sky that slowly began to glow brighter and increase in size. And by the time Season 4 came around, that glowing object turned out to be a meteor, and it was no longer in the sky. Instead, it was in the ground, smack dab in the center of the map. Upon Season 4's launch, Dusty Depot had been completely obliterated by the meteor crash and had been turned into Dusty Divots. Alongside that, Risky Reels was also added to the map, and of course with Season 4 we got ourselves a brand new battle pass themed around heroes and villains. This storyline would then begin to unfold over the course of the season as the heroes fought the villains through the various loading screens, and that all eventually led up to the Blockbuster or Visitor skin launching the rocket during the rocket launch event, which was the first ever live in-game event in Fortnite Battle Royale history, and well, it pretty much broke the internet. The rocket launch event would then result in the sky being ripped apart as the rocket tore into an alternative dimension through a massive rift, and that would take us to Season 5. Within Season 5, the Battle Pass was, well, kinda all over the place with the theme of Worlds Collide. In the map, well, not a whole lot was going on outside of Paradise Palms being added in, with the desert biome overtaking Moisty Mire and the southeastern area of the map, alongside Lazy Links replacing Anarchy Acres in the north-central area of the map. Curiously enough, Season 5 is considered to be one of the worst seasons of Fortnite Battle Royale, simply because it could not keep up with the hype that Season 4 set in stone with constant weekly updates and, of course, the rocket launch event. Near the end of Season 5, though, things did start to pick up, as a mysterious cube object would end up spawning in the desert biome, and then eventually make its way all across the map, burning runes into the ground, before reaching Loot Lake, where the cube would then take a dip into the lake, dissolve, and turn Loot Lake into a massive purple bounce pad. Oh, and somewhere along the way, we decided to name the cube Kevin. I still have no idea where that came from. Then, at the start of Season 6, Kevin the Cube rose from Loot Lake and spawned the Floating Cube Island, ripping apart Loot Lake's center island and turning it into a floating island held together by the cube and a vortex. This cube island would then float all across the map, corrupting the rune areas, before returning to Loot Lake, where it then combusted before our very eyes, spawning the Butterfly event, which took us to an alternative dimension briefly before returning us to the island where Kevin the Cube was nowhere to be found, minus the few fragments left stuck in the center of Loot Lake. Outside of that storyline progression, though, we also had the Darkness Rises theme, which featured a battle pass consisting of various Halloween-themed skins. Season 7 then came along and introduced the Iceberg biome to the map, alongside a battle pass full of fun wintry outfits and cosmetics. Season 7 also added in Plains to the game, which to this day is still one of the most controversial additions in Fortnite history. And on top of that, during Season 7, we also saw the 14 Days of Fortnite event and the overtime challenges introduced as well. Meanwhile, the Ice King was plotting his diabolical plan to freeze over the island, which then came to fruition during the Ice Storm event. Oh, and also Marshmello held the world's first ever virtual concert in Pleasant Park, and it was absolutely huge and super awesome to witness. Most recently, we saw Season 8, which introduced a volcano to the map, destroying Wailing Woods and Risky Reels in that greater northeastern area of the island. And around the volcano, we also saw another new biome added in with the jungle area. Throughout the season's progression, we saw the pirates of Lazy Lagoon attempt to find and steal the buried treasure. However, the Fire King and Banana People all wanted in on that action too, and as that was unfolding, a mysterious government project was beginning to unfold as well, as a helicopter was surveying the island, and eventually a massive hatch would form at Loot Lake, leading up to the Unvaulting event, which reintroduced the drum gun to the game after players had a choice to vote on a handful of items to be unvaulted. At the same time, the volcano also popped its top and began erupting, spewing lava and rocks everywhere, especially towards Retail Row and Tilted Towers, destroying each location and also damaging Polar Peak as well. And then we get into Season 9, where we see Tilted Towers has been replaced by Neo Tilted, and Retail Row has been replaced by Mega Mall. We also have a slipstream available to ride all across the map, and sky platforms to use to maneuver around too. And this advanced and futuristic setting is going to carry out all season long and likely lead to the discovery of new consumables and abilities, as there's currently all sorts of science stuff going on at the volcano. Dusty Divot is still in shambles, and with the Neo and futuristic cities that we now have with Mega Mall and Neo Tilted, it seems the past and the future are colliding here in Season 9, which will ultimately lead to one epic showdown. We can essentially guarantee a new one-time event will be going down later on in the season, as each season has held some form of live event in it ever since Season 4 with the rocket launch. On top of that, we'll also see the storyline unfold more through the loading screens as we progress throughout the weeks, and sooner rather than later, we'll be getting our very first Season 10 leaks and teases. And there you guys have it. That is the evolution of Fortnite Battle Royale from start until present, and also a little sneak peek at what is to come. With that being said, that does effectively wrap up today's video. Make sure to let us know down in the comments below what your favorite part of Fortnite Season 9 is as of right now. Of course, if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to drop a like on it, give it a big old thumbs up, it would be much appreciated. And if you are brand new here to the Simply Fortnite channel, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on, that way you'll always know when a new video goes live. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll see you guys on the battle bus. Peace out.